All right, I have just arrived to 24th and Maplewood. It is one block west of Hover, which is that street right there. Hover is like one of the biggest streets in Longmont. A lot of things are off of Hover. Our mall's off Hover, one of the big grocery stores, Target, everything's off Hover. So it's super easy access to Hover. And then just at the end of the street, beyond that fence right in the center, is Highway 66. And Highway 66 is another major thoroughfare. So the reason one of these homes, the first one we're gonna pass by, is still on the market is because of its location right at the corner of the two major streets here in Longmont. But this neighborhood is super cute. I have not sold in it recently, but these homes tend to be a little bit bigger. They were built more in the late 90s, early 2000s. I think these ones are mostly the late 90s. I'm not looking at my notes right now. It's a really quiet neighborhood, even though it has the major streets near it. It's just kind of a good family location. The schools aren't as close to these ones, so even though the schools aren't as close, it's still just a cute little neighborhood. So here is this one. It was listed by a colleague of mine, so that's how I know that it's here. So it's right next to this green space, so they can play in the green space as their dogs are right now. And then beyond this gate then is Highway 66. My dogs saw their dogs and they're whining now. And then there are houses that face it. This kind of wraps around. I'm going to go to the other Maplewood home that was one time on your list, which is on this next one up. As far as noise levels, it can get noisy for car traffic. Without going in the house, I can't tell you exactly what it would sound like from the house. I'm sure they've insulated it well enough that it's fine as far as not being able to hear anything inside, but there definitely would be sound from the Highway 66. So here's the other one that it was on Maplewood. So this one doesn't back to Hover, so it might have a little bit less of a sound, but I'm going to stop talking and just see if you can hear it. So anyway, Highway 66 goes straight up to Estes Park, which is a cute little mountain town. And so you'll actually get some big trucks on it as well as commuter traffic. Yeah, there's always cars on Highway 66. But doesn't mean that it makes this home bad. It just means that you'll have that sound that you're dealing with. So here's a little bit more of the neighborhood homes. The distance to the lake from here is probably the similar distance as it would be from that Colgate property to the lake. We're just on the north side of the lake. So you would be going through homes that look like this more than the older neighborhood style homes. I'm gonna turn here. You can see the little street lights out on the center island. Those are the same here as well as at the Colgate property. Those lights are what are known as the street lights in these neighborhoods. Not all neighborhoods in Longmont have them, but definitely around the lake they have them. They're wired into the city electricity, so the city pays for these little tiny light posts. But you control the switch from your house, so you can decide when you want the street light on or not, but you don't have to worry about paying for it if you choose to leave it on all the time. because that's what the city's decided to do for their street lighting. And then just heading down that street, you would hit the lake. So that is the Maplewood neighborhood.